Hello guys, this is PowerBricks here, and today we will be reviewing the Iron Man Detroit Steel Strikes. And this is a really cool set. This is just the box of the set. It's got a bunch of cool stuff, like, I know this is out of focus. It's got a bunch of cool stuff. It looks like it's going to be jam-packed with goodies. And so if you look at the back of the box, there's the Detroit Steel lifting up Coulson's car, which looks really cool. There's Iron Man shooting a power blast, and you can see him shooting the power blast even better down here. And it's got a little advertisement for the Avengers, and this thing that they're doing with pretty much all licensed themes is build something blah. Like this time it's build something super. With the Lego Batman movie, it was build something Batman. Yeah, I can't remember any other times they did build something blah. But yeah, I think they're gonna do build something ninja for the Ninjago movie, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, they've got a comic book included. So yeah, let's get on to the set. So this is what we get in the set. We get the Detroit Steel Mech, which is basically an adapted version of the Hulkbuster Mech, and it doesn't have the cool helmet, unfortunately, but it does go with a cool minifigure. Then this also goes with the long-awaited Lola, which is Agent Coulson's car from, I think it was like made in the 1960s. Not entirely sure. I'm not at all up on my car lore. But yeah, and then it goes with Iron Man. So before we get into the actual set, let's take a look at those minifigures. Okay, that was fully in focus. So here we have the minifigure Agent Coulson, and I think he was first introduced in Avengers. I think he was actually an Avengers created character, like he wasn't in the comics. Not entirely sure about that though. But this is a really cool minifigure. They've got a exclusive body print. It's got like this striped tie, and it's got a badge, which this body will be very useful in custom minifigures or other spy type minifigures, or just, you know, formal attire. And he does go with just bland black legs, which I think in this minifigure it doesn't take anything away. It looks fine. And he does go with the traditional pistol from these superhero sets, and so he's got that gun. And on the back there is only a little bit of back printing, which I think even though it's like 2 lines, it's fine. It looks very good. Whoop. Excuse the wobbling. I'm just trying a new stand. It's brick built, so it's not very professional. But he does go with this swept over hair that was, I think he was introduced in the Nerd from Series 7 minifigures, but he goes with that in dark brown. And he goes with this really cool face print. He's got these shades and this serious look on his face. However, the only thing that I don't like about this face is that the only reason why it doesn't look officially like Agent Coulson is because the eyebrows look way too bushy. And also you can also see it on the other face. See, there's that face, and he's got this little earpiece and a mic, and that too. That, like, his face is fine, but his eyebrows are way too bushy. If they had them a little thinner, then I would have given this minifigure like a 10 out of 10. But you know, it's more like a 7 or 8. It's a good minifigure. Next up, we have the Detroit Steel minifigure, which the character was first introduced in the Lego Marvel Superheroes video game, but he was a big fig, just like Hulk or there are a couple others. Yeah, Gorilla Grodd and Thanos and all that. He was introduced as a big fig in that one, so they just decided to make a minifigure and a big mech, which, you know, is somewhere in, like, on opposite ends of it, but I'm fine with that because we get a really cool minifigure. This guy goes with the basic helmet of the all-new, all-different Iron Man that goes in this set, which I am personally very fond of this helmet. I mean, it's a little lazy that they just are molding it in different colors and just adding new prints and not really taking any time with, say, the Vulture minifigure. But, you know, I think it's fine. This doesn't, unlike the other Iron Man, this does not lift up to reveal the face. It does go with very, very cool printing all around, though. It's like a very, mashed together Iron Man suit. Oh, sorry. And, it looks very cool. And underneath that mask is Justin Hammer's face. And this set does go with his hair, so if you wanted to just have Justin Hammer in the suit without his mask, then that is an option, which I love it. I love it, love it, love it when sets go with the hair and the head. No, the hair and the mask. So that you can play around with both the different looks. I love it. But we're not done with this minifigure because he also has a double-sided face. It is a happy face, so it's like he's either Iron Man's losing or something, or maybe he just finished building his Detroit Steel mech. I don't know. You could use your imagination. But this is overall a really, really cool minifigure. Now on to our last minifigure of the set, which is personally my favorite minifigure of the set, which is Iron Man from the all-new, all-different comic series. If you didn't know already, Marvel, they've been releasing so many comic books over the past so many decades that they decided to reboot the series by having this all new, all different. So all the characters have different backstories and they're different characters. This is normal Tony Stark, though they didn't really change much about him. Some of the other characters did change, like Hulk. He was replaced from Bruce Banner to Amadeus Cho, who was he was a character from the Spider-Man things. He was like I forget exactly who Amadeus Cho was. I think he was like the Rhino. I forget. But anyway, this minifigure is so cool. He's got the same mask mold as the Detroit Steel helmet, but he's got like the coolest face print. This thing works so well. I love it. I love it. The body print is amazing. It looks so accurate to the comics, and same with the legs. He also does have the two foot blasters. Just in case you were wondering, he does go with two more of these hand power blasts, which are new, and I will show how to use those. He goes with two more of those, so you can fit either two on his hands and have one extra, or, you know, in case you lose one. I don't know. Then he does go with two of these hand blasts, or hand thrusters, which is a cool addition in case you didn't want to have this weird combination of both of those. So now let's, oh, I forgot. He does have cool back printing. This back printing is super cool, and I think this is one of the only Iron Man figures that can actually really pull off the bright red, it doesn't look at all bad. It looks really good. He in fact does have Iron Man's face, which is just the traditional, just smirking and then and then but the one that I got was if you look closely, this is all sharp in focus, but the face is slightly faded, which I have actually noticed with quite a few of the new sets that I've gotten, and they've all been from different stores, so that shouldn't be a recurring problem. I've noticed that a lot of the faces, and it's weird that it's only the faces of the minifigures have been messed up. It's weird. I don't know. I mean, maybe Lego has been neglecting their face prints, or like not putting enough effort into it, but I think they should just start stepping up their game and making the faces just as important as the rest of the minifigure, because personally the minifigure is not complete without the face. So yeah. And also in case you were wondering, because the Justin Hammer, he does have his hair, Tony Stark also has his hair, which is just the normal hair that we've been getting throughout the years. It's not the new swoopy hair. I call it swoopy hair. Is the the swooped back hair. But yeah, personally, I would have rather had the swooped back hair rather than this. But it's completely fine. So here's the demonstration for the new Power Blasts. So they look really cool. They look like this. It's sort of a watery type thing, and it just sort of curves like this. It looks a bit weird on its own, but it's fine. And so when you to use it, you just stand the minifigure and aim it where you want to point it. Oh, I should probably stick Justin Hammer right there. So you stick it like that, and then when you want to shoot, you just use your thumb or any finger that you want. You just sort of do that, and you push and it shoots. But what I've noticed with a lot of these is that I've shot it a bunch of times at objects, and they don't seem to want to go where they're aiming. I hit it! Yes! Now let's replay that back in slow motion. They look really cool, and I think they have a little more potential than the Super Jumpers. But yeah, I mean, it could use a little bit more improvement, but I think this has very good potential. But yeah, let's get on to the builds. The first part of the build is the Detroit Steel Mech. And, oh, I should probably put Justin Hammer in there. And so, this is just the minifigure head is poking out. But I really like the way they, everything just came together. When I was building it, my brother, he has built the, a Hulkbuster armor out of his own pieces, and he said that this was almost the exact same build. And I didn't build that, but I personally thought it was great, but there were some major flaws that I saw with it. First off, these top wing things, I'll just go up there. These things, they're like bunny ears. I didn't really notice any use for them. Like, you couldn't, they're on this mixel thing, so you can't really have it go side to side. But the only way you can have it, them, like, this way is if you actually move it back, which doesn't look that great. It's sort of like, it's like, nah, it doesn't look that great. But when it's all the way up, it looks like bunny ears, which looks very, dorky and a little silly. And you can't even put them all the way down. They sort of just hang out like this. and it's like these things have no purpose. Like, you know, it just sort of seems thrown on, and there's not much you can do with them. It sort of clutters up the whole model. And the other thing that I noticed was that these feet, they're hilarious. Look, they look like high heels. These look so girly. It's not even fun. I mean, no, it is fun. It's like you can do a bunch of different girly poses, like I mean, not to be all sexist or anything, but like for Detroit Steel, it's not the manliest pose. All right, and then there's that, or there's that. Well, it's like ding, but even though they have the rocket on it, it looks sort of terrible. Like these feet, they could have put so much more effort into them. They just look sort of terrible. But on the plus side, they do have the arms. Sort of sell the whole thing for me. They have these really cool shoulder pad things, or shoulder armors, that they introduced in the Star Wars versions of the figure builds. And then they have the hands are pretty cool. They've got these stickers, and as you probably saw, there was these 6 stud shooters, and they've got these orange studs, which very much lend to this arc reactor thing. But sadly, like, a lot of these things are stickers, which I don't like, but you know, is fine. And that's it for the Detroit Steel armor mech thingy. Now let's get on to the thing that everybody has been waiting for LEGO to come out with, which is Lola, which was first introduced in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show, and this was Agent Coulson's prized car. It was like his prized possession, and one thing that made this super cool and memorable to all fans of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was that it was able to, the wheels were able to turn, and it was able to fly, and that was like the coolest thing. And this car, it's really cool. Like, it's got a very sleek design. I love it. And the way they had the wheel function, it actually doesn't take anything away from the model. It's just built with these 2 beams where the wheels are attached onto it, and then these pieces, these levers, you just turn each of them. There. You turn each of them, and then both of the wheels go up, and it doesn't look at all bad. It looks great. So you can just swoosh it around, and it looks great. And the 2 blue pieces add a lot to it as well. Another really cool thing about this is that underneath, when you turn the wheels, there are these stickers of sort of like the motors that you would see. That I mean, I definitely remember seeing those in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I think these stickers are probably one of the only stickers that I've seen that really add a ton to the overall model. I mean, I wish all these things were printed, but you know, I guess it's fine to have stickers, but you can't clean them or do anything with them if they're a sticker. One good thing is that this piece, which is just a curved piece, is printed, and I like that because this is like one of the main pieces of the set. It says Lola. It's like got the grill plate, and I'm glad that they printed that instead of having a sticker, because some people could mess up putting on the sticker. Like they could put it on like off center or something like that. But I'm glad they printed it so you didn't have to mess up. So yeah, And Agent Coulson, he is able to sit in it. It's only able to sit one person. Whoop. There. It's only able to sit one person, and he's got this nice brown seating around him, and that control pan, this speedometer thingy in front of him is a sticker, which I don't like. I was like, why can't you just print this? But you know, I guess it's fine. And he does go with a steering wheel. You can't see it too well, but he's got a steering wheel and 2 levers. I'm guessing to control his flight. But yeah, that's it for Coulson's car. So my overall thoughts are that I think it's a good set for $30. It's a very good price per piece. It's got 377 pieces for $30, which means you are getting well over the price per piece count, which I think that is great. But the only things I don't like are all the things on this Detroit Steel mech. Like, I love all the minifigures, except for Coulson's eyebrows. You know, yeah, I said that before, but I love everything about the minifigures. I love everything about Lola, but I just don't like everything about this mech. If they changed a few things, or if they, like, you know, if they made it slightly more different than the Hulkbuster, then I would have felt way more inclined to get this. But I mean, you know, I guess it's fine. It's fine if you're a really big comic fan, or if you really want that car. I think you would definitely be interested in this set. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching this video. So make sure you like this video, and you can comment on I don't know what you can comment on. I don't know. But you can subscribe, because I am just starting out this channel, and that would very much help me out. And so yeah, before you click away from this video, I do have an announcement to make, and that is that I ordered the Lego Star Wars Darth Vader's Transformation set, which is a very new set. It just got released just like I think it was a week ago or something. I ordered that off of Amazon, and it is coming and this week, so I will be doing a live stream build. I will keep you guys posted on that, so hopefully. So keep an eye out for a live stream of that build. And my brother Colin, his Instagram is Lego Nerd Photos, so you can go follow him on Instagram, and he is also going to be taking a live video of it while I'm building it, just so that I'm not lonely, because I am going to have 0 people watching this live stream. But yeah, thank you guys. Bye!